Welcome to the first ever betting preview show where we have 6 games and 3 likely goal scorers to give you today. My name is Okon. We have Kelechi and Deji with me right here. Our very first game is the Championship season opener between Fulham and Newcastle United at the Craven Cottage, and we think it's either a Newcastle victory or at least they live with a draw.
I totally agree with you, Okon. If you look at the fact that that partnership between McCormack and Dembele is no more with Fulham, Newcastle are on an interesting run, have not lost a single preseason game. Rafa Benitez bringing some quality into the side. You just feel that the fact that Newcastle want to go on to make it back to the Premier League next season will give them an edge in this one. But we have to stay safe, so we'll just go with a double chance Newcastle.
Well, in France, PSG were absolutely outstanding last season, and they opened their season in the Super Cup against Olympique Lyonnais.
It's a very important one for PSG, Okon. They won, of course, the last 3 Super Cup finals, so it tells you they have the momentum going for them. But then there's a new manager at the helm of affair, Unai Emery. Let's not forget Laurent Blanc won 11 of 12 domestic titles, yet he got the boot. So I'm sure, yes, aside going for the Champions League, which is a major goal for them, Unai Emery also wants to do it in the Super Cup. And of course, there's a little matter of PSG doing well in pre-season. They've won all of their pre-season games, including wins against Real Madrid and Leicester City. I think this one may be a little, rocky or shaky as the case may be, but PSG, yeah, definitely will get the win.
Well, in Holland, it's a champions PSV Eindhoven away at Utrecht. And we think it's a straight victory for the champions.
I think you'll be wise if you go with that. Also, the fact that don't forget that PSV are coming with a better motivation into this game after winning Feyenoord 1-0 out there in the cup final. I think they are motivated. They want to go on, show that they have the dominance in the Dutch league. So I think PSV win will be a safe bet.
Well, in the International Champions Cup, Liverpool are up against Barcelona, and these two sides score goals, so we're going for an over 2.5.
Naturally, once you hear Barcelona, you think goals, definitely. We saw that so many times last season. The goals were rushing in, and they've not left that. They've not left that in the last season. They've come into pre-season with it as well. Against Celtic, they went over 2.5. In fact, they went over 3.5, and then against Leicester City it was 4-2, 6 goals in that game. So yeah, it looks a very safe bet, and some reasonable odds as well for Barcelona, Liverpool over 2.5. I think once again we get at these 3 goals. Remember, there's Messi, there's Suarez, no Neymar. But then maybe you just need 2 of the 3 to do it.
Well, the traditional curtain raiser in England is between Leicester City and their opponents, Manchester United. Jose Mourinho is in charge of the very first official game. How we think he's going to lead his side to victory.
Once you take your mind back to last season, don't forget Jose Mourinho lost to Arsene Wenger's Chelsea side in the Community Shield. Jose Mourinho will be motivated to want to prove a point. As Alex Ferguson always wanted Jose Mourinho at Manchester United. So that extra motivation is there for Manchester United to want to go on and win this game. Also for Leicester City, I just think they might just go into this game with, let's see, the same attitude they went last season. Let's see what we can achieve into this game. But I feel the extra motivation is with Manchester United.
Trophy number 1.
Yeah, and they want to. Jose Mourinho loves the trophies.
Well,
they want to take it.
Yeah, talking about trophies, Celtic are very, very friendly with winning trophies. They are away at Hearts. I would think it's going to be over 1.5.
Now, this one is very safe, Okon, because Celtic have had a very shaky start to their season, especially in the Europa League. It's not been, all the way through for them. But then against Hearts, when you look at the record between both sides, about 3 of the last 4 games have ended, with over 1.5 goals. We think that when it comes to that, that aspect of the game, we're not sure maybe Celtic will win. Could be a draw. Like I said, shaky start to the season. But then you feel that with these 2 big sides going head to head, we'll definitely get goals. It's the opener as well. So yes, over 1.5, at least 2 goals in that game.
Well, if you look at the side of the screens, you're going to see all games we've listed out, and of course the likely probabilities we do think would actually be more like the likely outcomes for those particular fixtures. But let's look at the goal scorers. Zlatan had a super debut, and we think he's going to actually get 1 of the goals against Leicester City.
He scores goals for fun. He loves to score goals. It's a big stage. It's the Premier League. So much has been said about Zlatan's jersey selling and coming out with enough funds to buy Antonio Martial. For Pogba, sorry. So there's this belief and there's this pressure on Zlatan. He's the one who loves that. He loves scoring against the English side. So I think Zlatan is motivated. I think he might get maybe even the only goal in that game.
Well, Zlatan's left PSG, and Edison Cavani has to get the goal goals, and so we think he's going to be a likely goal scorer when PSG take on Olympique Lyon.
He has a point to prove, Ocon. He hasn't scored many in pre-season. He got one against Leicester City, but then via the penalty spot. But then you feel that, like you said, Zlatan has left. He really has a point to prove. He's the main man for them now. Like the owner of PSG said, he is the replacement for Zlatan Ibrahimovic. And so we think, with all that pressure on him, he'll be looking to do it. Could be from the penalty, but anytime in that game, you can bank on him getting a goal.
Lord Gayle left Crystal Palace last season, and he signed for Newcastle United, and he's one of the big favourites. We do think he's going to grab a goal in the Championship opener between Fulham and Newcastle United, so you can bank on him probably getting one of the goals in that particular tie. You can also look at your screens. There is our Facebook page. You can actually like our page, where we're going to be dropping these slips for you to actually cash in on and make some cash for yourself this particular weekend. My name is Okon. I'm at Kelechi and DG. Have yourselves a fantastic weekend until we come your way next time.